Marty Supreme, one of the biggest hyped up movies of the year, has released in theaters. So I'm here and I'm going to give you my review of it. Before I dive in, hit the like button, the bell, and subscribe if you would to never miss another movie review. We got top 10, bottom 10, all that coming. Spoiler alert, Marty Supreme is going to be on one of those lists. You'll find out here in this review. And comment down below, what are your opinions on Marty Supreme? I would love to know all that and more. And with that said, Marty Supreme's excellent. It is by far one of the best movies of the year, and the one thought in my head leaving the theater was, Marty Supreme and Sinners is going to make one hell of a race to Best Picture. This is just a perfectly made movie from start to finish. It's just made expertly well by a director that knows what he's doing, who cast people that are just excellent actors and actresses. And from start to finish, it's just a really well-made movie. And let's start with the performances here, because that's like the big thing, is the performances. Timothée Chalamet, he's probably the best actor working today. You know when a new Leonardo DiCaprio movie comes out, and it's kind of like an event, everyone's got to go to the theater to watch the new Leo DiCaprio movie? Well, I feel like that's going to start becoming what Timothée Chalamet does. He almost won an Oscar last year for A Complete Unknown. Now he will probably win the Oscar for Marty Supreme. He will be my choice, and he's perfect in here. This is a movie where his character is so easy to hate, and I think if it wasn't him in this movie, if he wasn't the lead, I don't think this movie would have been as entertaining, because Marty and Timothée Chalamet makes this character who just constantly makes the wrong decisions. He makes them so entertaining to watch, and honestly kind of likable, because Chalamet has that good bit of charm. Chalamet is a very good actor and makes every character you just fall in love with. And you did that for Marty in this film. Absolutely loved his character, absolutely loved his performance, and I think this is up there for his best performance. I mean, you've got him in Dune, A Complete Unknown, this movie. I mean, he's on a generational run right now. But outside of him, the cast also is very good. Another big standout is Odessa Ozion for me, an actress that I am not familiar with. I never was familiar with. But after watching this movie, I want to be more familiar with her. I think she was perfect in this movie. She was the best supporting lead. She had the most emotion in the film. You liked her character, but you realized that she also has a ton of flaws in the film. So, just an actress that portrayed that character perfectly. Rounding out that is Gwyneth Paltrow, who is just another actress who is giving her best performance in this movie. She really kills it here. Every scene that she has with Marty is just one of the best scenes of the movie. Their chemistry was top-notch, and I loved her in here. You also got Tyler, the Creator, in here, who, you know, normally when people like that show up in movies, it's very distracting. It didn't. I didn't even realize that was Tyler, the Creator, until after I watched the movie. So, just a perfectly well-rounded cast. And like I said, the direction by Josh Safdie was very good. I mean, we'll talk about this here in a minute, but he's able to bring tension, able to bring surprise, suspense. Perfect. Cinematography, excellent. Another thing that stood out is the score here. It's got this retro vibe. It takes place in the 50s, and it's about ping pong. So the score here is just excellent for that type of movie. Like I said, the movie's very suspenseful. I don't think my seat was warm at all because I was on the edge of it the majority of the film. This film is filled with tense sequences. The movie's basically about Marty constantly making the wrong decisions trying to get to this certain place. And as he's making these decisions, there's these big set pieces that come with what they're trying to do. And they're all entertaining, but they're all also violent, dangerous, edge-of-your-seat stuff where you don't know what's going to happen. This movie is very, very unpredictable. Every time you thought that there was a slow moment in the film, something came back to rise it back up. It's just a very tense movie, and again, gotta credit Josh Safdie's direction for it. It's 2.5 hours, the movie flies by. It doesn't feel like 2.5 hours long. For someone who just watched all the Avatar films for the first time, three-hour movies, and I was very much done with long movies for a while. Someone who was thinking that the runtime could be a negative here, it absolutely was not. Every scene needed to be included in this film. There was not a single scene I could have told you to cut out of Marty Supreme, because it was all perfectly done. Overall, it's a story about chasing greatness, which is a story that a lot of sports movies have, but the direction this one goes with that just is so unique and different that I couldn't help but love it. The ending of the film is very controversial, I believe, but personally, I loved it. The direction they go is very well done, and I think leaves it in more of a satisfying way than if they went a completely different direction that I was expecting them to. So the ending was very satisfying here in this film as well. And overall, Marty Supreme is the movie that I watch, and I say, you know what? That was just a perfectly made movie. The cast, the direction, the cinematography, the score, all that was perfect, while being a 2.5 hour long movie and being endlessly entertaining from start to finish. Not a single scene I think should have been cut out from this movie. I was on the edge of my seat throughout the majority of it. I loved Marty Supreme, and it's the kind of movie that's the real deal that I went to bed last night and I had a dream about Marty Supreme and I instantly woke up wanting to turn it on. Unfortunately, it's still in theaters and I got work today, so I can't watch it today. But I definitely want to rewatch the movie. So overall, just a perfectly made movie that is not only made to respect, but is made to be entertaining, and it works from start to finish. Before I give you my final score, please make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell, and comment down below what are your opinions on Marty Supreme. Are you ecstatic about the film like I am? And like everybody else is, because like it's got like a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, and the Letterboxd curve is 4.7, which is probably the highest I've ever seen on Letterboxd. There's like maybe 100 low reviews on Letterboxd. The rest of them are like 4.5, 5 stars. Tell you what, I gave it 5 stars. But I want to know your opinions in the comment section. And Marty Supreme is a perfectly made movie. The cast, the direction, the score, the cinematography, all perfect, while having these intense moments to just propel you through the 2.5 hour runtime that just flies by. Overall, it's a story about greatness, and it's a very good story that is told, a very predictable story that is told in an unpredictable way. Marty Supreme is a movie I loved, and this is Sinners are gotta be tied for Best Picture. I can't wait to see who is going to win it. I'd imagine they're going to throw one battle after another in there, but I think it's between Sinners and Marty Supreme. And as of now, I got Sinners ahead, but Marty Supreme with another rewatch could very well take the cake. And with that said, Marty Supreme, you already guessed it, gonna get an A+ and the Zach D seal of approval. So thank you guys for clicking on this review. Want to know all your opinions and more down below in the comment section. Stay tuned for the 10 best and 10 worst movies of 2025 coming soon.